Hi guys, it's 8 o'clock. I've been at this way too long trying to figure all this out today. Members video. Alright, so this is Storm Prediction Center's marginal risk for tonight through 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're going to move over to tomorrow real quick. And it moves to the southeast. So that gives you an idea that the storm's progression is moving northwest to southeast. All right, we're going to go back one. We're going to look at hail. Now, I'm going to be bouncing between things quite a bit during this video. All right, there is hail. All right, 5% this general risk zone. So up to quarter size hail in the 5%. Okay, this area, it's hard to see. I'm working with developers to fix this. Hopefully I'll have this ironed out by the end of the week. There's this little area here. Let's do this. This area here is the new intensity 1, or SIG 1 is what SPC is calling them. Lime size hail, which is hen egg size to lime size, same size. It's 1.75 if I remember right. So that type of hail is going to be possible in this area. 5% chance that it's going to happen within a 25-mile radius of each other. That's why I've always hated how SPC does things. Here's my thing. If you're in the brown area, you're going to see quarter-size hail. If you're in this highlighted area that I just circled, you're going to see larger hail, up to lime size. Okay? Makes things complicated. All right, moving over to wind. There's no wind risk for tomorrow. I have a feeling that's going to, I'm thinking days out here. So no damaging wind threat with this. And the biggest reason why is we're in March, guys. It's cold upstairs. So winds get lofted up and it cools, it creates hail pretty quick. So these are more of a hail situation versus damaging winds and tornadoes, at least initially. Now, let's move over again to tomorrow. Get all this situated here. There we are. So tomorrow, a slight risk now comes out. This is going to be more for isolated spin-ups and large hail again and 60-65 mile per hour winds. There's no significant areas or anything like that from the Storm Prediction Center. I think they're waiting for day 2 tomorrow to release the SIG areas, and we'll break all that down when I get all that information. I'm trying to make this make sense, guys. It's challenging for all of us. But okay, so marginal risk, slight risk, and essentially we've got storms overnight tonight. Let's bounce over clarity. Where I feel at home. All right, here. So we've got some showers out there. Nothing big right now. No big deal going on. We get a little pulse up along the Kansas-Oklahoma line. This is 11 o'clock, midnight, moving north with the front. Then the trough comes out of the Rockies and hangs out in the Panhandle and kicks off those big storms. Notice this is 2:30, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. All the strong, severe stuff is basically Wichita, Woodward, down to Amarillo. Okay? The stuff out here, southeast Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma, I'm not worried about it, especially at this point in time. All right, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Now we work into day 2, Wednesday's severe outlook. That's when let's bounce back over. Notice the marginal risk in green, southwest Missouri, far northeastern Oklahoma. that coincides with this here, this cluster. So 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Sub-severe, or at least I'm seeing sub-severe at this point. Switching back over to that look. As it works further into eastern Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, southwestern Missouri, but east of us, that's when things will ramp back up once it taps into daytime heating, and we'll start seeing some elevated supercells develop. The future radar only goes out to 1, or noon, so I have limited visibility after that point. But just to give you an idea, I think we're going to be in a null area where it'll be dying out as it works its way through us in the morning, and then it'll be east of us when it recharges itself and kicks back in. So I think we're going to see some showers, thunderstorms, maybe some hail, but overall severe. I think it's going to be on the low side. Later down the week, we've got to worry about this. This is Friday night into Saturday. Very concerned because Storm Prediction Center, they started forecasting this yesterday, and that was day 5. So we normally don't see this level of severity forecasted that far out. So we've got a few more days. We got to look at some of the model data and go from there. All right, that is all I wanted to go over. I am still frustrated at SPC trying to get all my graphics back to where it makes sense to me and to you guys. The new stuff's driving me nuts because I'm trying to find an easy way to identify things on the map like I used to. It's just going to take some time, guys. All right, that is it for tonight. I don't plan on tracking the storms, mainly because I'm going to take some medicine that's going to knock me out. And I don't think I'm going to be up for 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock to watch storms. So we will we'll pick this back up tomorrow morning when I get around, and we'll go from there. All right, have a fantastic Tuesday night, everybody. I'll talk to you all later.